gang in the building. Yeah, I came from the bottom, it was weed for the lungs, straight liquor from the bottom. Every hour with the sour thug passion. Lost so many niggas, now they live in thug mansion. I do this with a passion, gun blast.
What's up, everybody? I'm AV the PR, here with some wonderful guys from my hometown, Highland Park. Here to talk about a new project that they are working on and kind of get to know these guys. So we are going to kick things off today. Let's actually talk about the new project and who created the concept, what was it inspired by. Everybody told me earlier that I should be looking at you.
Well, the song is called Slippin', and it's produced by Orlando Wade. He made the beat for me. I actually got the beat, woke up, heard the beat, and I was like, okay, yeah, I got this. And you know, I hit my brothers up all the time, so I sent them the beat, and there we go. We came up with Slippin'. And Slippin' is basically like, it's basically that hardcore feel of what music is, what I feel is kind of lacking right now. It's that hardcore feel, and we just telling our stories in that song, so that's what it is.
Okay. So since y'all telling y'all stories, let's actually get to know some of y'all. We're going to start down here. Start from the beginning. Let me know how long you've been doing music, your name, how you came up with your name, if you got a story behind it, because I've learned that you guys have some very interesting stories on how y'all come up with these names.
So, shit, I'm Mac Murdoch. Shit, I've been doing music probably since I was about 13. My family, my mom, everybody saying shit like that.
Okay.
Years. Shit, I probably started really dropping shit on all platforms in the last 4 or 5 years, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit for love and hobby. Shit, I came up with the name Mac Murdoch. My cousin, actually, I'm sorry, he gave me the name Murdoch.
Okay.
And I came up with Mac because it was one year I loved the Rockets. And that nigga T-Mac was going crazy. So that was around that time I had my son. So I gave him a name because he a junior. So I went with the Mac. So I put the Mac Murdoch. And you know, 23s, all the Jordan, my birthday on the 23rd of January. So
Okay.
all that type of shit go together.
All just comes together collectively. I love when a plan comes together.
Straight Highland Park, nigga, 100 years.
All right.
I've been doing music for about, probably about 10, 11 years. Probably about a little bit longer than that. Started off in a group. As far as my name goes, I played basketball all my life, so everybody called me Zeke. My real name Isaiah. They always call me Zeke. And then my mom just told me I don't age. So with that being said, I just kept it young. So Young Zeke, that's just how I came up like that. So that was just an easy name. I had a weird first rap name. I don't even really want to talk about it, but I know he'll probably bring it up. It used to be iDog. And that name was horrible. It was trying to.
I'm glad you changed.
Yeah, it was trying. I was trying to be Snoop Dogg's young pup or something.
Oh my God.
So right there, I changed that name. I couldn't even rap with that name. So yeah, that was my experience right there. Started from the group, went to solo. So.
Okay.
I never knew that.
I don't know.
I just found that out not too long ago.
So you, sir. The question is, how long have you been doing music?
Oh no, yeah, I've been doing music for a long time. I actually played the drums, been doing it since I was 5, and actually jumped into actually recording and doing music for 13. And I had like 2 groups that I was messing around with, but then, you know, found myself.
That's so important.
My name then was J Will. I'm like, it's just short for my first name. Just made everything short, and it was like I wanted to make it shorter. You know, girls came up with the name, started calling me J Dot, and I just put the 47 in front of it. I represent where I'm from. It's a numbers thing, so it's Highland Park, of course.
Okay.
Many years. Yeah, that's about it though.
A whole lot of gang around here.
I'm from Highland Park. Look, I ain't never know that 47. I was wondering where that came from. I ain't never.
See, that was like, you know, we got them different generations. So HP, H Pillar,
You right.
47. We just made it something different as far as
Freestyle
for us to
me,
play.
right?
Okay.
I got you.
That's like
Dope.
the keypad on your phone. You
Yeah,
go
of
to it
course,
and look at it. You know,
Yeah,
represent.
yeah.
Oh yeah, see, I
Dope.
ain't know
I
that.
didn't even think about that.
I know
That's
that.
dope.
That's
I like that.
It's a
I just
numbers
learned
thing,
something.
man.
I see you.
I
Okay.
like that.
That's crack right there.
So what's up, Bill?
I've probably been, I don't know, probably been doing music since I was like 13. I used to have a karaoke, like I used to put on my porch and we used to come rap, me and I Dog. And a few other people. For real though, and a few other people. But I ain't really started taking it serious until probably like 2016, 2017, 2016. And the name KO, because I used to be in a group. And every time we go in a group, everybody else would be messing up. Like, and I always get my verse like on the first take. Like, that's real talk, like first take, no stutters, no nothing. Like, I'm first taking it. So the guy whose studio was, he'd be like, let Tim go ahead and there and knock his part out. So that kind of just stuck with me, the knockout part. And then the Pillar, of course, is Highland Park. So KO from the Pillar. But I've probably been doing music for like, I don't know, man, like 20 years altogether, but taking it serious since 2016.
I would say I can attest to that because when I was in high school,
Oh, yeah.
KO. KO from the Pillar was out when I had a store in Northland and they had Press Play. KO had CDs at Press Play. So
Yes.
he's been in the game for quite some time, and if you are from the Detroit area, you know I'm talking about Northland Mall. So it's been gone for a while. So you know I'm talking about back in the day. So he's really been doing music for quite some time now. So it's good to know that that's how you came up with that name. I've been knowing you for so long and never knew. Like, learn something new every day.
Crazy.
That boy was grinding.
See, out
He
here
literally
grinding.
had his posters and everything in there. I remember that. She ain't lying.
Right there.
Bro was,
Play
bro
with
was
the day.
working.
That was
Yes.
right from Jimmy.
Bro was working. Yeah, bro was working. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about back in the day when Press Play was across from Jeepers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, back in the day,
Yeah.
So, yes. But, since we're talking about back in the day and how things were back then, we all know that things are changing so much now, and with everything that is going on with the world, like in such a crazy place with COVID and everything, how do you guys see this affecting the industry? Because this is how you guys eat. How do y'all?
Shit. A lot of niggas they can't do the concerts no more. A lot of niggas.
And a lot of people don't know that's where you make the money at.
They invest their money. They sign the labels. A lot of people are entrepreneurs right now, but this is a opportunist type of season. So hopefully a lot of you know the black approach to become CEOs and invest and come up from this time. Because really right now it's the people that signed up. They really feeling it.
Yeah.
You controlled by whatever they tell you. So I know a lot of people. A lot of these artists.
Definitely.
So, do you guys feel like this whole virtual situation is helping or hindering artists having to do, like, I won't necessarily say free shows, because at the end of the day, some of these social media sites are paying them to have all these people come into their pages and come into their sites. So, do you think it's helping or hindering? Do you think this is going to be cool for now and help them once everything is over, or is it like, okay, you've been flooding the community, we don't want to hear you no more, like, we tired of you?
I think it's kind of both.
Okay.
I think it's kind of both. Some they might not know how to operate. You only operate like with the labels.
Yeah.
And those who got the independent mindset, they just know how to go and get it.
Yeah.
That's real.
So, it's
It's
both.
about to swim.
And it's even pushing people who probably haven't been seen. They getting seen because of the media now. The world run by the media, and we got it all in our hands. So.
Yeah, I think it's a gift and a curse, because it's artists that really don't even like people in they personal business, and now they gotta open up more. They ain't got no choice, you feel me, in order to be seen with social media. And then it's like, in person, you can actually reach out and touch, and actually, sit down and meet and greets and all that, which you can with the internet, but it's different.
I just think it's taking away that whole experience of actually even being around the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one thing to see them on camera, but to actually be right there where you can feel their energy. The performance is a whole lot different. You're a little bit more don't get me wrong, you want to give them the same type of energy on camera, but it's a whole lot different when you feeding off of energy with people in the crowd. That's a whole different type of vibe. So it's a up and down thing, you know, to me.
Okay, can definitely agree with you guys there. So how do you guys feel about the music scene in the city?
Shit, right now I ain't gonna lie, I love the music scene in the city. When we talking about Highland Park.
Yeah, when we say city, we
when
talking about
we talk about the city, we talking about Highland Park.
Our city.
Yeah,
our city.
Yes, our city, Highland Park.
You know, we got a lot of diverse talent. You know, it's a lot of talent in our city. It's just, we just need a little bit more networking. We can have that boy on fire like everybody else got their station or platform on fire. But you know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing bad to say about none of the dogs that's working out the villages. There's a lot of people in H Village that got a lot of talent. A lot of talent. But you know, it could be better. I guess.
It's on the way up though.
I can definitely agree with y'all. It's definitely on the way up. So how do you guys think we can come together as a city for the music scene? Do you think just creating more showcases or just creating more spaces where they can all come together and really have conversations and see what the issue is? Because I think a lot of people lack communication. And because you lack that communication, it's misunderstandings. So if you can all get in one room or one place, do you think that's something that can possibly bring the music scene to a full-blown explosion? Because I know once all that talent get in that room and everybody get to working together, it's gonna be fire. So do you guys think that a space can be created for that?
Of course.
So,
it can.
Can I get some
I mean, I'm gonna be real, man. Like you said, miscommunication lead to people having egos and feeling some type of way when it really ain't even that. And like you said, everybody just need to get together and have a conversation. People feel like, oh, well, they supporting him, so I ain't gonna support him, or whatever the case may be. I don't care. I show love to everybody, but at the same time, everybody do need to just come together, make something happen, and blow this motherfucker up, man. For real, for real.
That's true. Or it is, and then you got people a lack of communication. As far as, well, say for instance, you working on something, you just focused on what you got focused right now. It ain't like you not trying to fuck
shining anybody else.
That's how I gotta get
you.
Yeah, you just bringing their box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's miscommunication.
That's definitely another form of miscommunication.
But it don't even be like that. It's like, it's too emotional.
Right, like you know, I think things can be a whole lot better. You know, even on my end, you know, reaching out to other artists, working with other artists, and I think that'll bring a lot of bridges, you know, close a lot of gaps right there. Because at the end of the day, like KO said, it's the communication thing. Like you said, if we communicate a lot more better, then you don't have to guess how a person feels. Listen, I think you dope. I want to work with you. I think you dope. And then on top of that, it creates a better atmosphere as far as the next generation coming up. Because if we show them the way of how to do things the right way, work together, they know how to do things a lot more better. They know how to reach out to other artists and stuff like that. So, you know, I think that will close a lot of gaps right there.
So let's start a challenge, a Highland Park challenge. Each one of y'all reach out to one artist that you would like to work with, but haven't necessarily reached out to before or talked to before. Reach out to them.
Definitely.
Even if you don't necessarily have anything right now that they can be a part of, or however, they might have something that they need your help on. So reach out to one artist. It don't got to be no whole group. You ain't got to say nothing to nobody about it. Like, hey, look. And you can even tell them about the challenge. Like, look, I'm trying to bring Highland Park artists together. I'm starting a challenge. Reach out to one. I'm reaching out to you. Let's do something together. Because now you're not creating confrontation. You opening lines of communication, and you creating a space that allows y'all to be creative and allow y'all to be artists, and y'all don't have to be niggas from Highland Park who might have been beefing at one point. No, we grown men and we artists now. So now, come on, let's kick it. Because if you have an issue, now you have the open opportunity to say something. I mean, yeah, it's the money.
Understand that.
Sometimes
the money.
So okay, listen.
Highland Park really does have the most unique style. Like, it's so many diverse styles in Highland Park. It's crazy. Like, I can't pick one artist that actually even sound the same. Like, that's really how we rap. Like, you got 4 different styles. All of us rap very different.
Yeah.
But it sounds so good together.
Man,
Yeah,
look,
it sounds so good together.
I can go on record and say this. I bet you I could have put a team of Highland Park niggas together that would have fucked over that Big Shine Friday night Cypher. I go on record and say that. I would have put a team of Highland Park niggas together that would have fucked over the
Okay.
Detroit niggas on that.
That's
So, what's up, KO? You gonna start an HP Cypher challenge? Like, to get everybody
I
together?
will. Shit,
I'm with you.
I mean,
down,
you've been doing this for the longest. You
I
connected
will.
to everybody for real.
I
Like,
will. Shit.
yeah, I personally think
That's
that.
I'm with
That's
that.
easy
Yeah,
for
put
real,
that
for real.
together.
Matter of fact, y'all putting it all on him. All y'all got, everybody sitting here has social media. Am
Oh,
I
yeah.
correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm challenging y'all. What's up? Y'all got 24 hours to give me a verse for the HP Cypher challenge. Like, who gonna take me up on it?
Shit, I'll
Shit,
take
I'll
you
take
up
you
on
up
it.
Oh, okay.
I'll take you up on it.
So,
24 hours.
Today's
alright.
day, it's a little early in the week. We recorded this a little while before y'all seen this, but today is the 10th. Well, we gonna see it. Today the 10th. I'm giving them until the 11th, like halfway through the day. No, I'm gonna give them to the 12th because it's the end of the day today. I'm giving them to the 12th to have this information out here for these people to get this cipher going. So if it's not going,
What's the hashtag? We can make it a hashtag.
Highland
HP
Park
Cypher
Cypher.
challenge.
Yeah.
I just gotta give with my engineer and have this nigga chop up the beats like that. But you know, I can make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's do
I have
it.
my verse done tonight.
All right. So when this come out in the week, y'all, if y'all don't see them hashtags, call everybody out. I want you to start tagging. I need all that. Yeah, let's
I'm on
get it
my
up
way
here.
to the yo right now.
Okay, so here it is
No
then.
cap.
So he got his
Gang,
own studio.
pull up.
Actually, shit, yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. Pull up, right.
About to pull up.
Gang, pull up.
See, it's a party, y'all. See, I
So
done
like,
started a
No
party.
cap.
They love me. They don't even know it.
It's a great thing.
So-
A bunch of entrepreneurs together.
Yes, indeed.
Man, that's
You
why.
only gonna whatever wave you on, you only gonna be as good as the wave that you own. That mean the niggas that you around,
That's
people
absolutely
you
correct.
surrounded
Real.
by. And if niggas got time to bullshit all day, that's probably what you gonna be with.
It's actually perfect that
That's
you
real,
say that.
though. That's real.
Money, bro.
Real
Like,
life.
It's perfect
It's
that
a
you
whole
say
different
that
vibe.
because the
Right.
next question I have for you guys is for the generation of black men that is coming behind you. How do you guys suggest navigating life in America? Clearly, ownership. That is very important. So, like you said,
Definitely,
being an
definitely.
entrepreneur, being an
Definitely.
entrepreneur, that's ownership.
It's out
So,
there.
Definitely.
It's out there for the CEOs. Anybody who
Mhm.
real want their LLC, say I don't want to give you a little bit of gain. They want to kick you down. Look, we can't do that right now, especially you know the city that we from. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I can't gain anybody. I love anybody got love for me. So so at the end of the day, I feel like shit. What we can do is inspire these young motherfuckers, give them a little game and some of the shit we talking about, and actually be an example. Because right now, shit, I definitely got a little son. He about to have his LLC before
Real talk, right.
he even be fully grown for real.
Very
For
smart.
real.
Yeah.
All the way together.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And niggas just gotta be on it. Even with the rap shit, it's still a business. Niggas is making millions of dollars for something they love. Niggas is ass making millions of dollars.
facts.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what she was saying about the ownership is the main thing is bringing the generation up to know that it's a lot of ways to get this information out of here. From the books to being on the computers to everything. It's just basically being knowledgeable about what's going on because being knowledgeable about certain things, it keeps you ahead of the game. It stops you from guessing. Another thing is too, it helps you provide to the next generation that's coming up under them. So, like you said, ownership, knowledge, and even with us for putting out information that some people won't know. Because we still learn at the same time. We still learn. So that's the whole thing. Knowledge. My main thing is to tell them about knowledge.
Knowledge is key. Knowledge is important.
Real talk.
What you got to add to that, Mr. 07?
Man. Really? I'm gonna just piggyback off what they said, but at the same time, though, I do have my 2 cents to add to it. I just feel like, man, all of the game that we get them, they got to be willing to accept it. Just as much as we gonna give them the game, they gotta be willing to accept it.
Right.
Okay. So
And we got like old heads that didn't give us the game, but we got the game now. But the young guys got some game too that the older guys don't get. So mainly is like finding a connection there as to where they can branch and come together. So we can give them the game all we want, but they got to be willing to take it.
And you agree with that,
Facts.
Mr. K.O.? There.
Facts. They basically done said everything, but
So, what do you? I'll start with you, K.O. What do you wish someone would have told you when you were younger, or what do you wish that you could have told yourself when you were younger that would have helped put you on your own personal path a lot sooner? Because some people, when you transitioning through life, you get knocked off your path watching other people or listening to other people. So what would have been the turning point? What could someone or yourself have said to you that would have made you be like, you know what? I should head this way now.
For real, never doubt yourself. Like it's some things that I probably thought of back then. Where it was like, nah, I ain't finna do that. You feel me? Or that shit corny. Or no, I ain't finna go out like that. Or I ain't finna be all crazy, whatever like that. That I see people doing now that done blew up from that shit. Or that done made it big. Or that's making so much money from that shit.
Right.
It was like, damn, I was doing that 10, 15 years ago. I just was like, no, I ain't finna do it, doubting myself. So follow your first mind, man. If you got something going, never doubt yourself. Like just go for it. Shit, you can't lose. You might win, but you can't lose. So fucking never doubt yourself. For real. J. 47.
I'd be so lost in listening to these guys talk. So
I understand.
I'd be sucking up a game at the same time.
No, and that's how it should be, for sure.
you
But what do you wish you would have said to yourself, or what do you wish you would have known or would have been told to you when you were younger, just to help you on the path, help you get to the path that you're on now a lot sooner?
Man, credit.
Man,
Tell
them.
credit is key.
Tell them.
That was big. That was big.
Man, I wish I'd known that when I was younger. It was different because I'm the youngest of 6, so it's like, it was my OG. She was a go-getter hustler, provide for 6 kids. So it's like everybody was doing their own thing. So it's like I raised myself, but I didn't raise myself. I was always out just doing me. So that means basically like I ain't had no adults really looking over me, telling you until I got like older in my age. So it's like when I found out, if I'd have did that before I done jacked myself up as far as credit and just blowing money, just using my name frivolously. And if I'd have been on that before I was 18, or even when I got 18, I feel like, man, everything would be so totally different.
Smooth.
If I can,
What's up, iDog?
if I can be honest with you, if I can go back and tell myself something, I would say, be patient. I feel like if I can be back in those times again, I would be patient with the moves that I make. Sometimes you just want everything so fast, but at the same time, you might not even be ready for that. Sometimes you gotta trust the process, I would say. So I would teach myself a lot more patience, and what I mean by that, even doing with music. When you're going through life, you kind of don't put things into perspective. If I have a kid, it takes away from this. If I end up dealing with a female, it takes away from this. So I would say patience, because when you're trying to be in this field of music, it takes a lot of patience. This is not an overnight success type of story. It takes patience with this. You have to be able to put a song out and sit on it for so long, or promote it for so long, you know. So my main thing would be patience for me.
Okay. And with sitting on a song for so long, just a perfect example, Booed Up by LMA.
Mm-hmm.
That song, before it blew up, that song was out for like maybe a year and a half. There is a video of her performing it at the House of Blues, and you can see everybody just looking like, what is this?
Wow.
Man, what are you doing? And you know, once it blew up, you could not go anywhere without hearing somebody say
That's
Buddha.
crazy.
So yeah, sometimes you have to be patient. You gotta sit on that song. You gotta wait until it's that time for that song to blow up, because when it's time.
It's time.
But if you already ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So you gotta put the song out there
Exactly,
so that it
yeah.
can be discovered the way it's supposed to. So be patient, but you gotta put that work in.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Pushing that motherfucker.
what would you tell your younger self? Lil Mac.
Pretty much same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Young Mac, I wish I could tell him, like, the entrepreneurs, the CEO, the person I became, I wish I could have became, and all the young fellas who become easily. Like, you look at P. Diddy, you look at some of the young CEOs. Shit, I love Yo Gotti. I love a lot of the independent artists. Gucci Man, like, you know, Young Jeezy's, a lot of people I love, but some of the ones that started off independent, I wish I could have did that, because the labels, they really control you to where they could like censor you, and if you're not, depending on how your life going, you may not feel that, and that could discourage you. You're not gonna get the best outcome of how you feeling. So independence is always the best way, because you know they don't want to hear what you gotta say anyway. They want you to, cause they want you to conform to how they feel, how they want us to act in the hood. Or, you know,
Independence and
right.
ownership. If you independent and own all your stuff, can't nobody tell you what to do with it.
That's
Yeah.
key.
So that's definitely something that is important. But we will actually stick with you and ask what projects you got coming up, and where can these lovely people find you at on social media?
See, you can find me at Mr. Mac 23 on IG. You know what I'm saying? Same thing on Twitter. You can find me Mac Murdoch on Facebook, Mr. Mac 23 on Facebook as well. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere.
YouTube, same thing, Mac Murdoch. I got a project coming out, Red City. I've been working on it for a minute, and you know it ain't easy. It ain't easy because it could be easy. That's what I said. I wish I was the younger Mac. We going back to that again. It could be easy on how you move and how your confidence is, and then it's gonna always go back to how much your blood, sweat, and tears is, and that go into a financial aspect. So, but if niggas want to get signed, you can go that way. But if you don't want to get signed, you go your own way. With the outcome, I know the outcome gonna be great. So niggas who on their entrepreneurship keep hustling. I'm telling you, I'm gonna show niggas the whole time, the whole way, my whole way up. That it's
work.
That
So
Red City. That
basically,
Red
I was
City
about to
on
say
the way.
Red City is
Yeah.
gonna be. Can we call it a blueprint for how to get your shit together
Yes.
for the gun
Yes,
dogs?
man. And MacMurdoch.com.
Yeah,
Got the website. You can go to MacMurdoch.com.
Make sure y'all hit that website up. That's where y'all can find all of his social media, I'm sure as well.
Yes, you can.
Yes, let's go websites.
Yeah, well, I got Blow. It's already out right now.
We're talking about musical
Right.
projects, guys. He doesn't have Blow. None of us will be indicted on his behalf. He does not have Blow.
Well, I got that. My new project, Blow, is out right now. It's doing great. It's close to 70,000 streams.
Okay.
We got the single out with all four of us called Slipping. We just did 1 million views on World Star.
Okay.
So that's a good thing right there. But you can find all my social media on youngzeke.com.
Okay, website.
So I got over 8 projects. I ain't gonna go through all of that, but they all on there. YouTube, Royalty Gang 313. That's over like 20 something videos, and you can watch all of those and interviews of the whole team. We working.
Yes,
Facts.
okay. We got my dog over here.
Baby bro.
Something, J-Dot.
What's the deal? And I got a single out right now called No Time.
Yes, sir.
Somebody's that shit.
It's been a minute
Oh, yeah.
since I dropped something. That single basically represent conversation that fellas and women have on a day-to-day basis. If they in a relationship, they not in a relationship, they dealing with a chick, you just gotta check it out. It's on my YouTube, 47 space JAE space DOT. That's on YouTube. Subscribe to me on that. Also, I got a project coming out, probably say November.
Okay.
November is gonna be called Diamond in the Rough. It basically
Good
explain.
Thanksgiving music.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For that.
Yeah, it's gonna be basically explaining just me finding myself, me becoming into who I am today.
Okay.
Fire.
Always a good project to put out. Let the people know who you are, who you growing to
I
be.
really had to get comfortable with that because at first, like doing music, I wasn't trying to let people know. I just try to rap around or rap not about nothing.
Right.
It's like nah, it's comfortable. Not saying I was rapping about stuff that I wasn't doing or nothing like that, but it was just the fact that now I'm getting comfortable, basically letting people know who I am and stories and where I'm coming from. It might not be my story, it might be somebody else's story that be with me or around me, or something that I've been through, like real life stuff, because that's really where the music comes from.
Okay. So I'll say that with you, your project is very important because, and you growing into that is very important because something that I teach in my customer service class is that you have to be comfortable enough in yourself to understand that everybody on this earth is a servant of some sort, regardless to what you do. Even with rapping, you guys are servicing people with communication. You're talking to people. You're not just talking to them as human flesh. You have to talk to their spirit. So to talk to their spirit, you got to connect with yours. So a lot of that has to come through in your music. So I am very glad that you decided to open up and let the world see you. You're pretty darn awesome, kid.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, 47__JAEDOT. And you follow me on Twitter, just click, it's on the information. It's different. Website coming soon. I ain't fly like these guys. I just work.
Okay, you work.
That's it.
I feel it. What's up, KO?
What's up?
What you got going on?
I mean, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, basically everything at KO from the Pillar, all one word. I got I just dropped a single called Anything, produced by my man's Dale from Silent Riot.
Shout out to Dale.
Yeah, shout out to Dale.
Yes, sir.
Gang.
That's doing numbers. Then what else? It's on WorldStar too. Y'all can check that video out on WorldStar. Then I got the EP coming called 5. It's called 5 because I'm only putting 5 songs on it. And
That means it's gonna be
He fly.
fire.
He fly with that.
it's 5 cold songs. I mean, shit. But I'll let everybody else, be the judge of that. It should be dropping into this month. Actually, we in the studio right now. We just got done mixing and mastering it down. So I'll probably drop it at the end of this month, September. I mean, I ain't got no website. I ain't like these guys.
We're gonna get him a website too.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything KO from the Pillar. Whatever it is, it's just KO from the Pillar. Check me out, man.
Yeah, we got something special coming for y'all soon, though.
And make
4-man
sure-
group. Yeah.
Please do.
Four,
Let them know.
yeah.
And make sure y'all check out the new single, Slippin', featuring all of these wonderful guys. It's actually one of my personal favorites. I have added it to my morning playlist when I'm working out. So shout out to y'all. Y'all getting my body together. So thank you all so much.
You slipping if you ain't.
Yeah, see?
Literally.
You slipping if you ain't. You slipping if you ain't. We're gonna leave it at that. You slipping if you ain't. But guys, it has been an absolute pleasure sitting here kicking it with y'all, getting to know y'all. So hopefully you guys out there have gotten to know them a little bit as well. And make sure you check these guys out. Follow them on all social media platforms, and make sure y'all check out all these new singles and projects these guys got coming out. I am your girl AV, and we are out.
Peace out.
Gang. Love.